Actually, this is the Courage Hour on Thursday morning at 6 a.m. Pacific. And so we're here together to do a little, I call it brainstorming, but it's called something else. And I always forget what else it's called.
Mastermind.
That's it. Around courage and whatever it, however that shows up in your life, I believe it shows up in every decision that we make. And so I'm just acknowledging myself for the courage to hang in there for almost 4 years, taking no after no after no until Tuesday night, it was a yes. So I'm going to celebrate that and acknowledge myself for that courage. So little steps for over extended period of time. And sometimes it's the courage to also just say, well, no, to the same thing. So, courage comes in all forms. So I don't know. What do you guys think about courage, the stick-to-itiveness, the resilience, the discernment that comes with decision-making in our lives?
I think Nicole found courage this morning to show up even though she didn't want to. Remember, on those days that we don't want to do something, most of the time it's our internal self battling. But when we show up and have the courage to show up, it's normally what we exactly need for the day.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I know the coworker that was off, and I was like, oh, do I say something? I'm not HR. Do I not say something? And I just pulled the individual aside and I was like, hey, are you okay? And he's like, no, I'm not okay. And I was like, well, I'm glad that I'm comfortable approaching people and being okay to have the courage to do that, knowing that it could really be why did you ask me, and get offended, or it could really be needed.
Yeah. Definitely. It takes the courage to follow your intuition, right? You must have had some kind of an indication that something was wrong, either with his behavior or his demeanor or whatever, the energy coming off of him. And you had the courage to ask the question.
I think that's something too that we have to consciously set time aside for, to have that conversation with ourselves. Like, what is it that I'm afraid to show up for that I really should, be proud to do?
Yeah. What's the fear behind the hesitation, right?
Like, I remember Becky giving a presentation as fear is our best friend. And that's so true. Hey, said her name and look at that. She showed up.
Yep, she's here.
Hey, Beck.
Good morning, Becky.
Good morning.
Yeah, for sure. We have to take fear's hand and walk down our journey with our hand in hand, because fear is our friend. I mean, the only thing fear wants to do is keep us safe. It's our ability to say, no, I'm not going to let fear keep me from taking a risk or stepping out of my comfort zone or listening to my intuition. But fear is always there to assist us in keeping ourselves safe, especially physically. I mean, it's absolutely our best friend. Emotionally, it can get us stuck, but physically, definitely. Any other thoughts about courage before I have Beck give us her celebration and intention before we head off?
Well, I put it in the chat so you can keep going with the conversation. I spoke on Fear is Your Friend again yesterday, and what was really cool is that Liza Lomax came to that conversation, and she's heard me speak on Fear is My Friend multiple times. And she came knowing that was what I was talking about. And I was like, how many times have you heard me talk about this conversation? But we get the conversation of, well, I'm a different person than I was then. We've both grown. We're in different perspectives of listening to the conversation. And she shared like how, she talks about it to people too, and how it's that shift in perspective to help guide us more than, buckle us down.
Right. Yeah. I love that. Definitely something we talk about in Fearless Living all the time. Yeah. That relationship with fear. I mean, first of all, just the awareness that fear can put up a wall. And it reminds us of all the times that things didn't work, or experiences we had that hurt us, or, disappointed us, and says, remember this, you don't want to try that again. It didn't work last time. So then just have to say, hey, fear, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to grow. I'm going to step out. I'm going to take a risk. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to create the breakout room for Becca and Nicole, and the rest of you can go forth and work on your intention, as I will, and we'll see you back here in 40 minutes.
Guys, have a good day. I won't be back on at the end.
Oh, okay, great.
Enjoy your day.
Have fun.